morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Let's smack it in the ass.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh, that's nice.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 12th day of September, 2024. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show on a Thursday. Best day of the week, Thursday. It's Thursday, right? It's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Tommy Olson, Ben Lieber, .com Tom Pelissero, and a cast of thousands. Why would we wait another moment to get this big old show started? Here's our friend Kelsey Cook with some comedy on a Thursday morning. You, come on in here. I'm glad you're here.
I got coffee with a friend recently, and she told me that she's trying to be a better person. I was like, oh, that's nice. What have you been doing? She goes, well, I'm taking less selfies. Oh, take it easy, Mother Teresa. Say some of the Lord's work for the rest of us. Everyone says we're so self-absorbed now with our selfies, but I think we were way worse before then, because at one point we were all in school and we all had school picture day, and then we ordered physical copies of photos of ourselves and gave them to people. Like narcissistic sociopaths. Can you imagine doing that now as an adult? Just going up to a coworker unprompted, like, I signed it.
What a mess.
What?
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder.
Can you count, suckers?
We should try exactly that for a social experiment here at iHeartMedia. Just take a photo of ourselves and then just walk down the hall and hand it to people randomly.
A lot of them would say, who's this?
Exactly.
I'm kidding. I love it.
Well, maybe that's the point. Maybe it's essentially a Hollywood headshot, right, with our name on the bottom.
And one of them would say, is he still on the air?
Till 9.
Surprise.
Just till 9. It's the Power Trip Morning Show. It is Thursday, September 12th, 2024.
Hi.
I'm Corey. That's Chris. That's Paul. Jam-packed show. You just mentioned it, but Tommy Olson should be here in a second. Fargo Flash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ben Lieber.
Yep.
.com Tom Pelissero at 7:40-ish or so. I assume Parker Fox in the
That's right.
8 o'clock hour as well. Lots to get to. We had a chance to talk to KOC yesterday, so we'll replay our Kevin O'Connell press conference around 8:20-ish or so.
Yeah.
Man, I think initials was the game changer for him. Because obviously we've done those press conferences the last couple of years, but now I think he truly believes we're friends. He says anything he wants now.
Yeah.
Man, that guy's nice.
You know, speaking of that,
Like that guy.
I did mine, and then I had to go back because I realized every one of them was ripping Rosie. Every one of them.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like 3 out of 5. I mean 5 out of 5 was taking shots of Rosie. And I'm like, you got to be more creative than that, Chubbsy.
Yeah, one of mine is savaging Rosie.
I mean,
What I don't understand. What do you mean jokes?
I'm
This
sorry.
is an interview.
I'm sorry.
I don't
get
understand
confused.
what you're talking about.
Sorry. Hawk and I are working on something else.
I spent a lot of time watching the VMAs last night or whatever they are, and
Dude, there was a time in my life I could not wait
Yeah.
for the VMAs. Yesterday they had a countdown going on like Comedy Central. All the what is it, Viacom?
Viacom, yeah.
All the Viacom stations, basically. 7 hours till the VMAs.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it would have been like Super Bowl pregame for me. I'd be like, man, I cannot wait to see what happens and who's going to be there and who's going to win.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Dude, at peak MTV, I cared.
Yeah, I guess
Now
you're
it's
right,
like, Jesus, this is just...
why do you talk to Jesus about things like that? He's busy.
Why does he care?
No. He always listens, especially about the VMAs, especially my thoughts on the VMAs.
Yeah.
He
He
loves
does.
me. This I know.
Yep. So,
Brilliant.
but man, unwatchable. But that's okay. Like I said, I am completely aware that I'm over that line.
Yeah.
And some people fight it, right? I want to stay cool and hip. And no, I've let that go.
Yeah, man.
20 years from now, all the kids that are 20, 25 years old, they're going to be us. And they're going to think their kids' music doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
You cannot stop it.
Of course.
Can't stop it.
I was watching it a little bit last night, Core. Strangely enough, on Comedy Central.
Yeah, exactly.
No idea why.
That was the exact clock that I
right.
kept seeing.
Yeah.
The VMAs were on that channel.
Yeah.
In 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour. What? Where's The Office?
And you're 100% right. I was watching it. I didn't know a lot of what was going on, which was completely cool. It wasn't like I was like, oh no, I've lost it. I knew I lost it a long time ago.
Right.
But I had to put on Foreigner 4 on my turntable.
just as a palate
cleanse my
cleanser?
palate,
Just to feel it?
And
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. I was singing along to Dirty White Boy
Great song.
while Chappelle Roan was winning Best New Artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we could, continue to play music, but we cannot, which is completely fine. I like it. If we could, I would like to play some of these songs so that we could all experience them for the first time. Like Benson Boone. Don't know who that is. Won Best Alternative, and I like alternative.
What the hell is Benson Boone?
What the hell
I
is
would
that?
love to play it for you.
Never heard of it. Have we talked about him?
No,
Is it a him?
I have
Sounds
no
like
idea.
a him.
It's a him.
I don't know. I used to like the show Benson, but I don't think it's the same gentleman.
Yeah, I would bet Zacho likes this.
Where is Zacho? Doesn't he come in on Thursdays? No, that's not Thursdays. He comes in at 7:30 on Thursdays, right? I get a little confused. I wasn't even sure it was Thursday today.
That guy is at Benson Boone is at Red Rocks in 2 weeks.
I can't make it.
Yeah, I can't make it either.
I saw a part where Tyla won. Tyla won for Best Afro Beats for a song called Water, and I couldn't hear what she was saying because I was listening to Foreigner 4. But she was super sexy.
Not familiar with her either.
And I know that she's probably 30 years younger than me. In fact, one of my kids is probably older than her. So I saw that. That's my breakdown on Tyla.
Man, Foreigner 4 has some whales.
Dude, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, look
Waiting
up
for a girl like you.
Yeah.
Urgent.
Yeah.
I'm going to win. Oh, my God. Just slam.
Yeah, there's just slamming going on.
Yeah.
There's no Benson Boone.
It's way better. Waiting for a Girl Like You was such a great song.
You know what? I've always loved the verses of that song more than the chorus. I thought of that last night while I was watching Art Keelian
Who?
win something for Best Visual Effects.
Is that the person that pees on people?
I don't know. I'll tell you what happened, though. During the Best Choreography portion, they gave the list of people nominated, Corey, and one of them was Tate McRae, and I realized I needed to wash my undercarriage.
Because it made you think of your Tate.
That's exactly right.
She's very attractive.
I don't know who it is.
She was the one that was rumored to be dating a hockey player, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Mark Parrish?
I don't think so. I mean, if that's the case, tough break for Nikki, but shout out to Mark Parrish.
Yeah, she just wants him to be happy.
Who was she rumored to be dating? I thought it was a hockey player.
Warden Gretzky?
Warden Gretzky.
Realized after I said it, wrong name.
Did you Google it?
Yeah.
What's taking so long? What did you Google? What did you put in the search?
Tate McRae, hockey player.
It sounds like a member of my family. I'd like you to meet my new daughter, Tate McRae Hockey.
Hold on, let me try.
Named after her grandpa, Tate McRae Sr.
And I guess if you were introducing her to Max, it'd be, who's this? This is Tate McRae Hockey, playa.
Well, I like to speak to him as a young man.
What is taking you so long? I could have done it myself.
It's some guy that plays for the Columbus Blue Jackets, Cole Sillinger.
Okay.
Cough due to Cole?
That wasn't even the name that I was thinking, so who knows?
Yeah.
I like some of the names in the best K-pop category.
Yeah.
Stray Kids, New Jeans, Tomorrow X Together, NCT Dream, and the winner, Lisa.
Oh, that's creative.
Congratulations, Lisa.
Hey, if we could play Foreigner right now, what song would you play?
Dirty White Boy.
Yeah. What song would you play next?
Probably some Bon Jovi.
No, Foreigner.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Maybe the one where he's a rock. He wants to be a rock star. Standing in the rain with his head hung low.
That song wins.
Couldn't get a ticket. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the best of Foreigner is just like, holy moly. But I'm digressing right now.
Yeah, so I don't know. I assume Taylor won a bunch of awards last night too.
Yep. She won, and here's something that's pretty embarrassing. Like, she did a song called Fortnite with Post Malone.
Yep.
About the video game?
No.
I really don't know. Must be about like Fourscore and that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right.
That's kind.
But it was with Post Malone and Taylor Swift, and I realized, and again at this point we had moved on to Urgent on 4 and 4. I've never heard that song before.
I've heard it a million times. My kiddo loves it.
Yeah,
so.
that's the thing. I don't have any youngins in the house anymore, right?
She's still full on in the Taylor wheelhouse. She is a giant Swiftie, so.
Can I take you on a musical journey for 5 seconds without playing the song?
Yep.
Okay. You know the song. Human. I'm a human from the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm listening to this great podcast. I've been listening to it over and over again. And the guests were Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam. Obviously, ones of us, great guys.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to meet them both, geniuses. Part of, the time, producers for Janet Jackson, stuff like that. So they have done so many things I didn't know that they did, even though I should have known because I interviewed Mr. Terry Lewis one time. And you would think in my research I would have seen this. But they were the producers on that song. Okay? They told this story on this podcast I was listening to, and I promise this is going to matter to you. The song, again, is called I'm Only Human. That song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that is Human League. I wish I could play it for you, but I ain't got $5,000 to spare.
This guy.
Uh-oh, Tommy's here.
Yeah, he could.
You son of a bitch!
Hey!
Oh, God. VMAs were great.
See?
See, Tommy probably knows.
Didn't know
all these.
much. A lot of hot people, though.
Yeah, no, I'd agree.
Hey, by the way, we got to remember,
Yeah.
if any one of us has devastatingly tragic news
Yeah.
on a Wednesday, to not open the show with it on a Thursday. Because
Right.
can you imagine if you were just...
Eulogizing
So
someone.
the doctor pretty much says I have 3 to 6 months. You son of a bitch!
Yeah.
right in the middle of you just saying, this is the end for me. And Tommy's like,
correct.
the VMAs are great!
Were you guys talking about something?
No. That was my point, though. Is like, one of these times we're going to be talking about something devastating. You're going to walk in high energy and you're going to be like, sorry, didn't read the room.
Right.
Because from the time you get out of your car to the time you get up here, it's a minute and a half, 2 minutes,
Yeah.
right?
I
Tone
think-
might have changed.
Right.
I think he has done that, where he's just snuck in here and not said anything.
Anyway, what were you saying? All right, so
I
back to...
promise this is going to matter.
Go for it.
I'll make it quick. So, Tommy, I know you didn't hear this part because you're coming up the elevator. The song, I'm only human, want to make... You know that song? Have you ever heard it before?
From the 80s.
Yes, from the 80s?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so I didn't even know Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis wrote and produced that song. Okay, Human League had some hits before that, stories to be told. They'd already had some
great
hits.
song, yeah.
Okay, so they hired them to produce this. They bring in this new lady to sing the lady parts of that song. Lady parts, right? So the two ladies who are already in the band are like, they're pissed because they aren't singing the main part. It's a duet. And Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis in particular says, okay, we're going to fix this. I'm going to feature you, ma'am, who one of the two ladies who's already in the band is dating the lead singer, Phil Oakey, okay? And so he's like, you got to help me out. And she's like, I'm pissed. So Terry's like, okay, I'm going to write a breakdown. And do you remember the breakdown where she would say, while we were apart, I was human too. Right? You know that part?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
she's
really
like,
off the top of my
the whole
head. I don't
story,
remember that.
Tommy, is dude's like, hey, I'm sorry. I went on a cruise and I banged some ladies. Right? I'm only human. Right? So the guy's like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I banged some chicks. Right? The breakdown that Terry Lewis wrote in the studio has this one of the ladies in the band who's pissed because she's not singing on the song say to him, I forgive you. Now I ask the same of you. While we were apart, I was human too. So, and I'll never forget seeing that video over and over again when it was new, because the look on Phil Oakey's face in the video when he says that is the look you would have on your face when you realize, oh, I'm not the only one that can bang strange. Right? God. But the cool part is Terry Lewis wrote that part in the studio because the lady was angry because she wasn't singing on the song. And that, in my opinion, is the most important part of that entire song. And he just did it like that. Those two guys, breaking news, are freaking geniuses, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wow.
Anything that you like by Janet Jackson, by the way, Tommy?
Yeah.
They did. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And they grew up here, right down the street.
That's sick.
Yeah, front row at the Wolves game.
Yeah,
all the time back in the day.
Yeah, back when the Wolves were
tight with KG.
Yeah,
I got to play that video for you when you during the break, Tommy, because you got to see the look on the guy's face. Like, oh, wait a minute, you have sexual parts too?
Yeah, that's why she sang the lady parts.
Well played.
So I
Paul,
told
your hand is up.
This segment is brought to you by my good friends at Gutter Helmet of Minnesota. GutterHelmetMN.com. Never clean your gutters again.
Unless you go on a trip with that band and then clean your gutters.
The gutters.
Yeah, clean your gutters.
And don't forget the tagline is Gutter Helmet, put those bastards up.
Yep, do that too.
Right? Get them up.
Best thing you can do for your house.
Is what?
Go ahead, say it.
Put the bastards up.
Put them up. Put them up. Especially for guys like Lou, right? Get off the ladder. You're 86.
Don't get on the ladder.
Don't do it.
Mom, get off the ladder.
Yeah, I had to do that for him last week.
You went on the roof?
Well, no, just climb the ladder. So, I mean, messing around with the gutter, because he's 86. Get down. Get down from there.
Are you the Terminator?
Well, I can get up on the ladder if it's indoors. No, you can't.
No, don't.
Get down from there. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Hey, welcome back. It's Thursday. Big day. Go for Thursday. Here we are.
Yeah.
Look at Tommers over
Hey,
there.
how about that game last week?
I know.
Did you guys watch?
No, but I listened. I listened.
Yeah.
I was in the car for
watching,
most
yeah.
of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a dominant performance. It was fun. It was super fun. And you guys, I'm not kidding, probably the best weather day in history of Gopher football. It was phenomenal.
How bitter are you? We've been saying it all week, but I'll ask you. How bitter are you that the North Carolina game was first instead of Rhode Island? Do you think it would have helped immensely to have a Rhode Island warm-up game and then North Carolina?
I've never even thought of that, but yeah, 100%. Just to get like those guys, I mean, NIL guys, and then
Rosemer specifically.
transfer guys,
Get 'em loose.
and then younger guys all to play. Get
But
that
the schedule's
game.
the schedule.
Yeah, right.
Can't do anything about it, but man, again, I feel the same way about the Vikes. I feel like we got a nice ramp up with the Giants,
100%,
and now we have the Niners. If we had been, destroyed by the Niners in week 1, the whole vibe's different for a garbage Giants game in week 2. But now maybe we got some confidence. We'll see.
Yeah.
Vikes played super well in week 1.
Right, and we're one kick away from being 2-0 and talking like how we have a really good chance to do something.
I heard, who was it that said, was it Mike Grimm that said PJ Fleck, right, does not believe in momentum in football because it's a week apart?
Yeah, that's right.
100%.
Yeah.
I heard KOC used the word momentum in his press conference in the last week or so, basically say that he believes in momentum in the NFL and that confidence grows and that wins matter because then it helps the next. So it's just everybody's different, but KOC believes in momentum. It sounds like PJ does not. Maybe that's why he says every week is, this is Nevada
Spot
week.
on. Yep.
He just wants to make it one individual moment, which, I don't know. Don't tilt.
No, most other coaches always say week 1 to week 2 is the biggest growth, and he doesn't say that ever. He just says each week is different. So everyone has a different way of looking at it. But I don't know. I was talking to Guardsy yesterday, and he said that this is exciting for all fans, just being a Gopher fan. They're going to spread it out and pass to set up the run instead of the past 20 years of being a Gopher fan, running to set up the pass. So it sounds like they're leaning towards letting old Maxie rip it, which will be great as a fan.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Let's
Rip
go.
it.
Yeah, I mean, something to be excited for. Because, like, look at Iowa's not that good. Michigan's not that good.
Screw them.
USC's the real deal. But, like, UCLA's not that good.
Right.
There's a chance we make it to the bye
Woo.
with 2 losses, maybe 1.
That's right. I don't know where you see that second one.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the second one, USC at home, that'll be a toughie. But it's Schmoll's birthday, so who knows? Miracles could happen.
Does USC know that?
No.
No,
I mean,
but you know
that
what? We're going to
is-
spring it on them when they arrive.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something about Schmoll?
Oh, no.
No, it's a good one. It's an actual football memory, not like a sexual one.
I can't wait.
So Eddie's
Football is
redshirt
sex,
freshman
by the
year, he could barely. He's a 6'8", you know,
Jesus.
tough. He's 6'8", 300, 320 probably his redshirt freshman year.
Jesus, dude. You know, I'm not.
That's a
even,
huge bitch.
I'm not even 5'8",
Yeah.
and he's 6'8".
But like being that tall, it's tough to squat.
I'm
right?
sure that it is.
Yeah,
Wah,
it's
wah.
tough. It's tough to get strong, and especially when you're younger.
Yeah.
You know, you're not in the program that long, so you're not that strong. I'll make this really quick. You remember when USC came here back in 09, 10?
Yeah.
Do you actually remember? Yeah,
They
they came
that
here.
your first game?
It was Eddie's. Well, I was at USC. So the year before that, it was a home and home. The year before that, that's when they had some players. So Tyrone Smith, one of the all-time left tackles of all time. Well, yeah, right. And then that was left tackle. The right tackle was Matt Khalil.
Jeez.
So that was the same
Holy
O-line.
moly.
So 2 first-rounders on one O-line.
Wow.
But
top
why
10
why
players.
why I'm telling this story on field goal block, they would put those 2 tackles on the guard and they would try to push that guard back to block a field goal. Smart, they're tall, they can reach and try to block it. Those were Eddie's first snaps of his career, was at guard against 2 first rounds left
They
tackle.
would put those guys on the defensive line to
Yeah.
try to block field goals.
Yeah, because if you think about it, all they have to do is push
just
back
push
and-
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Wow.
And that was Eddie.
My goodness. How'd he do?
Well, he didn't give him a field goal block, so he did all right.
Yeah, he did all right then.
Got absolutely trucked, but they didn't get a hand on the ball.
And then think later that season he had to go against J.J. Watt. Just a tough freshman year for old Jamal, but it worked out good.
Poor
Yeah,
kid
man.
can't even squat.
Man.
Schmoll's the best.
Is it hard to poop standing up?
Oh, ask your dad.
Now, why would my dad know that?
Do you still use the squatty potty?
I know
no.
people that do though.
No, I don't. I found it to be
Awkward?
awkward's the right word. I don't like my knees being above my shoulders when I'm chewing.
Even if
My
it is,
God.
even if there's a physical reason why that's
Oh, sure.
an advantage to you, it
Yeah.
does feel weird.
It does. It feels weird, and I think it has to do. Now that you say it, Core, and thanks for bringing it up. I hadn't
You're
thought about this
welcome.
before. I think it's I haven't used it since I had my knee replacement surgery.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I have good.
Movement or whatever.
Yeah. What do you call it when you can get 90 degrees?
Is it
Good.
flexion or something?
Yeah, something like that. I have, but it's not what it was. It's not a real knee. Man, it has reduced my ability to use the squatty potty poop.
Well, they didn't tell you that before the surgery, did
I
they?
can't believe it.
You should have kept your old knee.
Nope.
Do you think people are into squatty potty?
What do you mean into it?
I don't know, just like for sex.
What?
Okay, I'm not sure how.
Hello.
Hi.
No, but think about it. Like that could get you in like some sort of position.
It's a pretty small step stool.
And,
I know,
I mean,
but
just
think about
use a stool.
yeah, but
Get yourself a swing.
it's something about having that gross smut of a
he's right. He's right.
of a squatty potty.
Gross
It's always
smut.
it's always around the bathroom. So you just
Sure, but it's covered in your feet, not your feces.
Sometimes
maybe
it's the same
Your
someone's
thing.
feet go on it.
I don't know, people are into that gross stuff.
It's
you know?
I like how he says people.
Yeah, I like how he
isn't
raised a
looking
mirror
right
and
into
looked
the
at
mirror.
himself.
Exactly.
People.
No, speaking of, do you
I wonder
remember
who's
guys
into that.
Do you know who Zach's guy? What's his name?
JJ McCarthy?
No.
Max Kepler?
No.
Shawn Mendes?
Yeah, he was on last night.
Via VMAs?
Actually came out with a new banger.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Like he's actually talented.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No one's denying
And unbiasedly, very good looking. I can see what's
Unbiasedly.
Thanks for not being biased.
Yeah, unbiasedly.
This is where you go. Some people think he's attractive.
Some people think he's hot.
A lot of people are saying it.
I mean, I don't know, but I've heard he's hot.
A lot of people say it.
a lot.
Zip.
A lot of people.
No, he was. He's actually.
Speaking of no one's looking.
He had a good song. Like, it was actually really good.
Wish we could play it.
Yeah. Yeah, today would have been a great day for music.
Yeah, no, for real, because I would like to get to know some of the people that I've never heard of.
Right. Do you guys see Sabrina Carpenter? You know her, right?
I just know the name. I don't know
I've
any of
seen
her
her work.
songs.
My daughter loves her, man. That's her
Yeah.
number one right now.
She looks a clone of Hayden Pettinier. You know, remember her?
What's her name again? Sabrina
Carpenter. She has a song called Taste. It's about
What's
her
it about?
taste of your mouth. That's what it's about.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And then Espresso. And then Nonsense, I think. I don't know. She's got bangers.
She was an actress? Was she an actress as well?
I don't know.
Was she in The Hate You Give?
No, she was in The Carpenters, the band The Carpenters.
Oh, was she really?
Yeah,
Did she
now
play
she's going
drums?
solo.
Oh, I didn't know that. She looks pretty good for
Hey, you guys, do you know
being in
what's
a band
gonna,
in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, she's an actress as well.
do you know what's gonna be really sad? Super
I
sad.
can think of a bunch of different things.
Go on.
Christmas without Christmas music on this show.
You know, I don't even know what to think about that.
No, that's like a
Honestly,
serious
I know.
thing.
I'm with you. I don't know what to do about it. And please, I'm completely for not being able to play music on this station. So let's just change the subject.
Okay, but maybe I was thinking maybe we do that Christmas album that you were talking about.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
record it like now so we can play it for Christmas.
I like it. I like the way you think.
God, Christmas music.
We can
is
do it for
perfect.
Saucy's birthday.
Dude, she looks
Happy
just like
early.
Hayden
Thank you,
Panettiere.
man.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
She does.
Do you know Hayden's the girl in Remember the Titans?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, Avi. Yeah, she's the daughter.
God, great
Yeah.
film.
God, that's good.
Such a good movie.
Yeah. So no, I loved the VMAs last night. Absolutely loved it.
Good.
Yeah, Saucy's birthday is 3 days away.
Yeah.
How about
Saucy, what are
that?
you doing?
Sunday.
Yeah.
He's old as hell.
Oh, it's Father Watkins.
Oh, you think he's old? Alex turns on the 14th. He
Yeah.
turns 30.
Well, as we always
My
talk
son
about,
turns 30.
it's the Trinity on the 14th.
Yep.
It's your daughter's birthday, Hawk's
Bailey
son's
turns
birthday,
19, yeah.
Yeah.
and it's Smitty Oom's birthday.
Smitty Oom's birthday. Three huge parts
And
of the Power Trip
Huge
Morning
parts of the
Show.
Power Trip.
Today
I mean,
is Luke's birthday.
He's
the
dead.
guy from the Bible?
My buddy Luke.
Luke.
One of my best buddies. I love Lucas. He's 42.
Yeah. Cool hand, Luke?
Yeah.
Why do you have to be 50?
Luke.
I'm going to text him and say happy birthday.
Okay, great. Tell us what's next on your list.
That's
Luke.
it.
What are you doing for your birthday? Are you doing anything
I'm at
Saturday?
Yeah. Cool. My wife and I are going to go out Friday. My folks are we're going to go out Saturday.
It's A+.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Where are you going to eat? Do you know yet?
Yeah.
The why?
It's not what I hear.
It's your birthday. You don't have to do that.
I would love to do that for my birthday. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's too far.
It wasn't too far at all. I'm with you.
Do you know what the why is?
What? Did you hear what he just did?
It wasn't saying breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was your Cookie Monster impression that terrified all of us. More of the Power Trip Morning Show with Tommy Olsen after this on the Fan.
Okay, it's like this. Power Trip Morning Show. Tommy's over there. Ben's going to be here in a minute. Fargo Flash on his way in. They're excited because there's a bunch of high school football going on, man. And already, Corey and Tomers and Ben and Maxo and everybody who's here, already some big old matchups going on in the world of high school football. Can I play you a high school football update real quick as we head into sports? In fact, I'll hit the sports thing first. Is that okay? Okay, cool.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station
Yeah,
Stores.
shout out to Holiday Station Stores. Go get some Red Bull at Holiday this morning. Buy two, get one free, the 12-ouncers at Holiday. Mix and match any flavors that you want. You want Red Bull, make sure you think Holiday this morning. Thanks, Holiday Station Stores.
I hate to say it like this, but I'm already depressed because football season is going by too quickly.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's already week 3
I know
of
it's
college
dumb.
football.
Yeah, we
Well, it's
need to
already week
slow
3 of
down.
high school football.
Yeah,
Listen to
college-
this, man.
yeah.
And by the way, as Mr. Abbott wakes up this morning, good luck today. I bet he's waking up with a sick belly today because
who's
big
he got?
matchup.
We've reached week 3 of the high school football season, and we're starting to see some standout athletes emerge from uncommon places. Today, we take a road trip north, way north, to the icebox of the nation, International Falls. Running back Cooper Crandall rushed for over 1,300 yards last year, and the 5'7", 180-pound senior has 400 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns through just 2 games in 2024. They have a tough test on Friday night as they travel to Mesabi East, the team that ended their season a year ago. That's just one of 169 games dotting the schedule this week. Other ones to watch starting tonight, a late conference showdown with top-ranked Edina at Minnetonka. On Friday, 2 top teams meet with Totino Grace at Hutchinson. It's a battle of Birdtown, Robbinsdale Armstrong at Cooper. The Civil War, Lakeville North at Lakeville South. And a private affair, St. Thomas Academy at Cretin-Durham Hall. I'm Ryan Phelps.
This is like all the rivalries. Rivalry week.
Man.
Cooper versus Armstrong? Those are some dogs.
I know, man. What about South versus North down in Lakeville?
Civil War.
I know.
Is that what they actually call it?
That'd
be sick if they did.
North versus
I
South?
just don't know.
A lot of games
My
going
ears
on.
perked
A lot
up
of
on that
games.
one.
Yeah, I know.
Who's
Like,
Mott?
not again.
Who's Mott got?
So,
Mott got?
Matamita.
Probably Chisago, their all-time rival. Excuse me?
Never lost. They're trash.
who's trash? Chisago?
Yeah.
That's not
Go kill
nice.
turtles somewhere.
Kill turtles.
Yeah.
He's thinking of the Ernest Goes to Camp.
No, that's what you did, didn't you? Watch
I used
turtles
to,
kill
no.
themselves?
I didn't watch
Frogs.
turtles kill themselves.
Didn't you fly?
I would put fireworks in dead fish's mouth and then light them.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Sorry.
Although
Brilliant, Tom.
this is a true story, by the way. This is maybe proof because both of us ended up being gamblers. One of my best friends growing up, we lived right on Highway 8 in Chisago, right by the hospital.
Yeah, it must be bad on traffic days.
Well, the traffic is always terrible. And it used to be Highway of Death, Highway 8.
Yeah.
But we once bet, and I don't remember because it was like 4th grade. Maybe it was like literally, it might have been a quarter. I don't remember what we bet. But we bet on whether or not a turtle would make it across Highway 8 because we watched him. We were on our bikes, and it was like, what do you think the chance that thing makes it across without getting hit? And we bet on it.
Who won?
My God.
I don't remember. I was like 9 years old. I don't remember, but I remember betting on whether a turtle would make it across. I don't remember if it got hit. I don't remember what side of the bet I was on. I just remember I like this feeling. I want to do this more.
You need help.
He essentially gambled himself out of college, and I've been a degenerate gambler for 20 plus years.
Yeah, it's not
So
going to end well.
starts early when you bet on turtles crossing the road.
Well,
God, gambling's the best.
I wonder if that turtle made it.
I wish I remembered.
You know, the funny
there's
part
no
is,
doubt we waited to see who won.
Wouldn't you say he probably didn't?
Probably didn't.
Probably. Don't turtles live forever? So if the turtle did make it, there's not a 0% chance that turtle's not still with us.
Well,
I think you're thinking of tortoises. I don't think like painter turtles last 40 years. I don't
especially
think
if they're
they
up
do.
on ladders.
Yeah. Oh.
Get down from there.
Nice job, but get down.
Let me see here.
What were you guys talking the other day
brilliant,
about?
Hawk.
Average life of
Parachuting beavers or whatever?
Yeah, the great
And you threw
beaver
up in-
drop.
And you threw up in your car.
Ew. Gross.
painted turtles last somewhere between 20 to 40 years, which means I guess technically, Sauce, it could be. It's not 0.
Right, 40 years? That's a while.
Because this was like 1989 or 1990, so it would be 30 plus years old. So maybe if it was a very small turtle, it's still hanging on.
Yeah.
But there's also a really good chance it got crushed and one of us won a quarter. And it's been dead since Batman came out.
Think about it, because you can't remember. One of you, if it got crushed, went, yes.
100%.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Corey, you go get black cats. Like the
Yep, the fireworks, yeah.
Yeah. and that'd make your summer day. You'd just be amped to go fishing.
Well, the fish would no. The fish was dead. It would wash up on our beach, and I'd be like, oh, gross.
Oh, you wouldn't just catch them and do it?
No. These were dead fish on the beach, and then I would just blow their faces off.
I thought you put it in, and then they'd be fishing, and then they'd do it in the water.
No, what is he?
How would the fuse stay lit if I dunked a black cat?
Oh, they got waterproof ones. They have to.
What is he? Dahmer?
Oh, that. Well, I mean,
it's the same thing.
It's very Dahmer-esque, even just to blow the fish off of or face off of a fish.
Whoa.
But
man,
brother.
I
Pretty cool to watch their jaw just explode, though.
That is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Pretty sweet.
Chasey. No.
Jesus.
And this is now turns out to be a perfect transition. I told you guys I listened to that book about Jeffrey Dahmer's dad, right? That he wrote. I think, and forgive me, I probably shouldn't spout this if I'm not 100% sure but who cares? It's Jeffrey Dahmer. So I'm besmirching his name. My fault.
Right, yeah.
I think his dad at one point found that he had an animal graveyard.
Yes.
And had put a dog's head on a stick to mark the spot. Is that not a big enough?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Is that not a big enough warning sign that maybe something's wrong with old Jeff?
Yeah.
I mean, I had, there were a lot of mixed feelings listening to that book, as you can imagine. But that one's that's a pretty big warning sign there, dog.
Yeah.
Why is a dog feel worse than a human?
Yeah, right.
Way worse.
Right.
It does?
To me, it does. I don't know.
Really?
So you're wait a minute.
That's what I think.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like if I walked out in my yard and I was like, man, my neighbor's weird. I think he's killing things. I walked up like, that's Peter's head. I'd be like, yeah, good luck, Peter.
100%.
Then if I walked out, I was like, oh my God, that bastard killed Muppet. I'd burn his house.
I'd go slit his throat.
Yeah, I'd kill him.
Yeah, right.
So if you saw your Uncle Peter's head on a stick in your neighbor's backyard.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be a huge stick.
Whoa.
I'd be like, oh, Peter passed away.
Aw, what's your troubles?
Yep, passed away. Natural causes, clearly.
I don't even know how to comment on any of that.
Yeah, that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Let's just move on.
It's only 6:15. Yeah. I'll get worse.
Finally, you said something right.
Do you think we can ever extend the Harbor Hour?
No.
No.
That's
Why?
tough.
I don't know. I like talking gross stuff for a while.
Yeah, well, we'll do a podcast. Once.
I do miss that podcast.
That makes one of us.
Yeah. God, that was weird.
Yeah, we got tired of getting lied to.
That was a weird time in this.
That was COVID times, wasn't it? Or was it after COVID?
I think, didn't we start it right before?
I don't know.
Yeah, right before. Because
It all kind of runs together.
we were told that.
Stop it. Don't do this,
Oh,
please.
sure. Yeah, let's
Everybody
not
be
go on
quiet.
that road.
so many
Thursdays
things.
are fun. Let's stay in the toy
Yeah,
department.
please. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Oh,
And it was always fun going, hey, can you get us the numbers on those? Because
no.
yeah, we'll get you that. And
Please?
then, funny, they would show up every February, but they couldn't get it to us the rest
There's
of
only
the
so
year.
much paper in the world. Please stop.
The Twins beat
well
the
played,
Angels 6-4. Wallner hit his 13th home run. Zebby Matthews, 3 1/3, 5 hits,
Great
2 runs.
name.
It is 5 strikeouts. He gave up a couple of home runs, including a leadoff one, I believe. But they still got the win, 6-4. But Cleveland won 6-4 over the White Sox. That's all they do. The White Sox have lost about 1 billion games this year. Kansas City did lose to the Yanks, I think, in extras. Was it 11 innings? I think it was 11 innings. So if you are still holding out hope that the division is possible, still pretty unlikely, but they are 6 games behind Cleveland. They are a game and a half behind Kansas City. But in the wild card race, the Twins are still 3 up on Detroit, 4 up on Boston and Seattle. Twins are off today, and then they host Chris Hockey's Cincinnati Reds starting tomorrow.
Yeah, man. That was my squad growing up. I'd go out into the backyard and throw the baseball up on the barn and pretend I was Ken Griffey Senior. Damn, I'm old.
In 1989, that's about when Ken Griffey Jr. started, when I was betting on turtles crossing Highway 8.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, did you guys do that?
God, I love Junior.
You didn't have barns probably, but there was nothing better than
we did that with the roof.
Pretending, man, right?
Sure. Yeah, I would
you
throw a
run
ball
at the
on the
last
roof.
second and you dive.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
the best.
and there's gravel
best.
in the grass and it hurts.
Yeah, and you do your favorite athletes' mannerisms. Like when we
Yeah.
were playing football in the park, I'd do the little LT flip when I scored a touchdown.
Yeah,
it was the best, man.
You're at the bat and you raise your elbow a little bit. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the best. Baseball was so cool back then. It's still cool, I bet.
And you grew up in that prime time for the Cincinnati Reds baseball.
They were the big red machine, man. Pete Rose. Cesar Cedeno, Johnny Bench.
Yeah. Steve Lombardozzi.
He didn't play for them back then.
Oh.
He got a lot of problems in the locker room.
Whoa.
With old Steve Lombardozzi.
Wow.
Well, don't act like you didn't know that.
I didn't.
Did anybody watch that Pete Rose documentary yet? That's on HBO?
No.
I haven't seen it yet.
No.
No, I will. I haven't. I feel bad because Pete was a hero, but he's kind of a dirtbag.
Yeah.
He'd fit in so well on this show.
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
God.
But it's not just about the gambling. He's just kind of.
Yeah, he's a little off.
Yeah.
He's not all there.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah, correct.
Just a dog.
Okay.
I mean, this is. I just looked up Steve Lombardozzi on Wikipedia because you mention him all the time. Obviously, I remember him from the Twins World Series
It's a hell of a
title
name.
team.
Yeah.
That was a real guy.
Oh, yeah. He was on the Twins World Series
I'm
team.
just finding that out right now.
I did not know that.
I thought it was a made-up name.
But Sauce, I bet you didn't know this. So he was on the World Series team in '87.
Are they making fun of us?
No.
No.
The Twins?
Again, Max is too young in hockey. You weren't here.
And doesn't care.
Lombardozzi legitimately was on the Twins
Yes.
World Series team in '87.
I am freaked out.
He played 5 years in the majors. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah. But he means a lot to this market.
Yeah.
For those of us who lived through it because he was on that team. 20 career home runs, career batting average 233.
Yeah.
He started in 85 for the Twins, ended in 90 for the Astros. 5-year career.
Well,
That's it.
Which,
Barely played.
Which is even weirder because after he was he on the 91 team?
No, he stopped playing in 1990 for the Astros.
Yeah. I met him as a kid and yeah.
You met Steve when he was a kid?
When I was a kid.
He's a time traveler.
Yeah, wow.
But Lombardozzi right now 64 years old.
All of that shocks the hell out of me.
Yeah, that's a real person.
I just took for granted he wasn't real.
Check this out. But here's why Sauce remembers his name. As part of the Twins World Championship team in '87, Lombardozzi hit .412 during the World Series and hit a home run in Game 1.
Yeah. I remember that.
So he's like a hero.
What a beast.
He was 412 pounds?
Yeah.
He was there were a lot of those guys. Like Greg Gagne.
Yeah.
Gary Gaetti.
Oh, yeah.
Greg Gagne?
Randy Bush.
Sure.
Prove it.
Reardon.
Calm down.
Gagme, Bush, and Reardon? I mean, come on.
That was Tommy's favorite team of all time.
Saucy, there's even a Steve Lombardozzi Jr.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a kid.
Man.
Wow.
It's just a funny name to
I
say.
didn't think it was real. I
Yeah,
swear
that's a
to
real
God.
I had
person.
no
I
idea.
thought it was kind of like Saucy's like friends he makes up, like names like
Yeah,
that.
me too.
Yeah, no. Steve Lombardozzi is a real guy.
You said some terrible things about Steve.
I have not. Have I?
Yeah, what if he listens and we're just
It's like, hey, do you know who went to jail? Steve Lombardozzi?
Here's your.
You've implicated him in numerous crimes.
How about this? Your opening day lineup in '87. Dan Gladden led off.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The Dazzle Man. Lombardozzi second.
I can't believe it. I swear to God, I can't believe it.
Kirby Puckett third.
dog.
Gary Gaetti fourth. Kent Herbeck fifth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great
Tom
dude.
Bernansky
Oh my God.
sixth. Mark Davidson. That's the name I don't remember.
I don't remember
Mark
that.
Davidson's next. Then Greg
Living
Gagne.
color.
Tom Nieto? I don't remember him
remember
either.
that
He was the
either, yeah.
catcher, I guess. And then Burt Blyleven was the starting pitcher.
Bert
Steve
Yeah.
Lombardozzi.
Wow, that's great. Hey, when we come back, can I give a movie review?
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, hey, Tomers.
Yeah.
I just sent you and Saucy a text of something for sale on Amazon.
Are you going to buy those?
No, but aren't they sexy as hell?
The pants?
Yeah.
Those are for women, huh?
I know. I'm not saying I'm going to buy them. I'm saying that they're sexy for ladies.
Duh.
They're like
Steve Lombardozzi.
They're like
Buy
workout
those,
pants.
Buy them.
No, they're like workout pants, you know? Like Lululemons, only they're bell bottoms.
The bell-bottom Lulus, the old-fashioned yoga pants.
Yeah, that's sexy as hell.
God, you're horny.
They hug
That's
the
half
cheeks.
a lady.
I'm sorry, is this breaking news?
They hug the cheeks very well.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to assume Sauce saw Beetlejuice. He'll review that after this on The Fan.
Your Minnesota Twins continue their push towards the postseason this Friday when they take on the Cincinnati Reds, and we want to get you into the ballpark. Caller 11 right now will win a pair of tickets. Call 800-320-5326.
It's the Power Drew Morning Show. It's Thursday. Tommy Olsen is here. Ben Lieber will be here in a second. Fargo Flash just walked in. Tom Pelissero at 7:40 as he joins us every Thursday during the football season. Parker Fox should be here later. Packed Thursday. By the way, Tom Pelissero back tomorrow for the final semifinal of the Initials Invitational. No, he's not flying in. He lives here. Fargo Flash. There was. Do you remember when the Vikings hosted the Super Bowl a handful of years ago at US Bank Stadium?
Super Bowl 52.
Do you remember who the halftime show was? It was Justin Timberlake. The week leading up to it, Rosie was like, I bet he does something for Prince. And I kept saying, Rosie, I know we care about Prince. He doesn't have to do a tip of the cap to Minnesota. This is a global event. You don't have to in any way reference Minneapolis. This isn't for us. This is for the world.
Right.
But he was so sure that Timberlake was going to do something to reference Prince. And he did. Right. So I lost a bet. It was like $100 or $50. And then, of course, my dumbass didn't think of all the people that rehearse the bit leading up to it. Now, he will still to this day claim that he did not get inside information, which is complete garbage. So I handed him the money and I said, look, a sucker is essentially born every minute. This is 100% on me. If you got me to walk right into this trap, this is my fault, not yours. I feel the same way about this $20. Why do I let you set the line for a high school football game?
I got another one coming up later today.
But you made the line yourself, did you not?
Well, I got inside information.
You guys stay away from Fargo.
Take the 20. This is the last time I bet high school football against Flash with a line that he sets. What am I doing?
I don't know.
So I got
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what was the score? They won by a couple of touchdowns? What was the deal?
Well, I think it was 28-14, I think. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to your squad. I got completely bamboozled.
Yeah, big one tonight. We'll talk about it later.
You've been bamboozled. Sauce.
What really matters, right?
What really matters is scores and stats around the world of sports and in between. Chris is going to change our lives with something else, but we're going to let you do the first one because you teased.
No.
Tonight, Thursday night football, the Bills are at the Dolphins at 7:15. Yeah. Both teams are 1-0. DraftKings has the Dolphins at 2.5-point favorites, and the over-under is 48.5. Slow down, Tyreek Hill. But what really matters is Sauce's movie review.
Last night,
you woke up.
I woke up. The wife and I went and saw Beetlejuice. It's really good. I had kind of low expectations. It's wonderful. As Hawk said when he saw it, the way that they kind of move on from people is very clever. And then the one guy that the Lydia Dietz's dad, who's
Jeffrey Jones,
turned out to be a dirtbag.
I think he's in prison.
He's dead now.
Oh, it's a brilliant way they handle that. I thought it was good. It was very good. I love I didn't see the angle of the one kid and that bit.
Yeah, right.
And Beetlejuice is brilliant, dude. He's got some. I laughed.
Dude, how about when he sings?
Yeah, when he sings that one. The first song he sings is genius.
It's brilliant.
And then when he says the juice is loose, I laughed so hard.
Did you? Can I do an impression of what you did? You do the juice is loose, and then I'll be you in the theater.
Will you play it, Hawk? That'll give it more. Yeah.
All right. So this will be the actual scene of the movie, and then I'll be you in the theater sitting next to your lovely wife, Kel. Okay. By the way, can I get a little handsy while I'm doing this impression?
No, get your hands to yourself.
Oh, okay.
But before we do this, you are correct. You're correct.
About
your impression is correct. I don't even need to hear.
Oh, got it.
I gotta find it.
Did you get peacorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah. And gummy bears.
Oh, gummy bears?
I love gummy bears.
Sour Patch is 10 times better. Corey was right earlier this week.
So good.
Oh, look at him.
I can't find it.
Yeah,
Sauce, you just do it. Ready? Go.
The juice is loose. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Nobody else laughed.
Brilliant, Court.
Nobody else laughed. But it's a wonderful flick. I loved it. Go see it.
Gummy bears, huh?
Yeah, I love gummy bears.
Hairbow or whatever?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But guess how much it was for Kelly and I to get 2 pops, a candy, a popcorn, and 2 tickets to the movie.
Well, so
$49.
Two drinks and a popcorn. The combo is probably around 24-ish bucks.
25.
Yeah.
Plus the tickets are probably 15-ish a piece.
Evening prices or matinee?
So we're at
$5.20. So evening. Yeah.
Okay, so we're at. Then you said candy as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say $64.
$78.90.
Get out!
My God.
That's
That's not true. That can't be true.
Did you put salt on your popcorn?
Yeah.
That can't be true.
Like a Dinah?
Did you put butter and salt on there?
Eden Prairie AMC.
Wow.
Hold on.
Did you get pretzel
That can't be
nips?
true. That can't be true.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
$4.
So hang on, tickets were 34, so they were 17 apiece.
Oh, okay, that
it
included
was
the tickets.
Sorry, $74.
That included the tickets.
Yeah,
Okay, I
he's
didn't
not
get
kidding.
that.
Yeah.
$74.
Okay.
Jesus. Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
$74.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
I'd argue worth it, though, how happy you get when you get all that stuff.
But that's a lot of money.
It's also why, and we've been arguing about this forever, and who cares? But look, I already started my sentence. I'm not going to stop now. It makes no sense to say, like, this is the third biggest box office opening of all time. If the ticket prices go up, how about you just say how many tickets were sold?
Yeah, good
How many
point.
people?
Well said.
Right? Can't we just count how many people went to the movie and just say this is the most attended movie of all time?
Yeah, but that's core. That's yeah. But just let them feel good, I'll take it.
Yeah, he's right.
Right.
Thanks.
But man, salted popcorn at a movie, I'd pay triple for it. Because we're all suckers. Because we're so brainwashed at having popcorn. I'll pay, and I think most of us would pay like $30 for a large popcorn.
Did he say it was 74?
Yeah.
So what's that price pre-pandemic?
Oh.
Is it 50? I mean, have
It's probably in the
movie
60s.
have movie tickets got up that much?
Yeah.
Just a couple of bucks,
Yeah,
right? A handful of years ago, they were probably 14 or 15 a piece.
But the food prices in the theater have
Food prices have slid up.
Skyrocketed.
Jeez, mice.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Well, but we pay it. Right. The only way to
good
rebel
point.
against
Good
it is
point.
to say, well, then I'm not paying, $29 for two pops and a popcorn.
Or dumpster dive.
Well, but the question
your
is,
mic's on.
do we really though? I mean, you pay it. Guys in this room will pay it.
Mm-hmm.
But how is movie attendance overall?
Well, I was going to say,
across the
I
country?
bet
Don't know.
ticket sales. I'll go deep on it and report back next week. Ticket sales.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
Sales are through.
Ticket sales
Pay
are
whatever it
down.
takes.
Gross. Empty your bank account.
Your mic's on.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Who knows?
Wow, that's pretty something.
Man, have you ever, quote, raw dogged a movie, though? That feels so weird to just walk in and sit down without something to eat or drink.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
That's
that'd be
like,
real. Yeah.
It's so awkward.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's
do it.
weird.
Yeah.
You just can't do it.
That's what you can do at home.
Yeah,
It's like taking a 2 and not doing anything. You're looking at your phone. You're not reading a book.
Yeah, when's
It's
the
like-
last time you raw dogged a 2? I haven't done that in years.
Okay. Your
Okay.
mic's on.
Oh, guys, I'm just talking exactly what you guys are saying.
The way you say it
But
is weird,
really,
though.
you walk in, you sit down, you're like,
But like, you look forward to 2 so you can look at your phone.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, and
It's
escaping
a little-
from the family.
You know, a little catch-up time. Exactly.
It's even more than that. I feel like I'm wasting time if I'm not looking at my phone while I'm doing.
Right, multitasking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Even
need
if
to
it
know
is like
things.
responding to a text or an email.
The hardest part now with Twitter is just a lot of stuff on there. It gets you rolling on there. It might lead to a lot of stuff on Twitter. But
Okay. All right. Well, there's that, I guess.
I do love how Hockey is currently looking up the same thing on his phone as he is on the computer
I
next to
can't
him.
get the two things to link up. Pisses me off.
What are you buying?
A brand new phone charger.
Oh, cool.
One of those power banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to, I lost one of them. I don't know. Tell you. I think I left it plugged into the studio or the wall in the broadcast booth in New York.
Hey, Saucy, what are you getting for your birthday?
Sex!
You think so?
Doubt it.
Nice.
Doubt it.
Congrats on the sex.
Thanks, man.
Fruit?
No. What?
Did you ask for something, Paul?
Yeah,
or
what
not?
did you ask for?
Did you ask for a present?
I asked for one thing.
What'd you ask?
This hat.
What?
And I got it.
You already got it?
You already got
I mean,
your-
it's a great
You already
hat.
got your birthday gift?
Yeah, this hat. And it's the only thing I wanted. This old school Minnesota
love that.
Twins hat.
I love that.
That's all you
That
wanted.
looks
That's all I
good.
wanted.
Really?
It's special order.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's made out of 3
it's
different
hubcap
hats.
size. Yeah.
It's a sombrero for
Yeah.
most of us.
Yeah. Multiple people died making it.
Ben Lieber is here. Fargo Flash is here. Tommy Olsen is here. We'll talk some football after this, and we'll do more of what really matters. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Here we are, 6:45, Power Trip Morning Show. It's Thursday, best day of the week. Look at this murderer's row. We got Fargo Flash, Tommy Olson,
It's
Ben
packed in
Lieber.
here.
It's huge.
A lot of football players in this room, and then there's me.
Yeah. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Good morning, Ben Lieber. How are you?
Core, I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good, Ben, Justin,
Good.
Ben.
Hi, Justin.
Tommy, Ben, Tommy.
Justin and I, we got a sneaky, we got a spicy game this week.
We got after it early this week. Ben actually got probably sent. I think you sent things out maybe Tuesday night. So big week. Big week of college, high school.
You always fleece him, so he's trying to study a little bit. No. So here's the real story.
I mean, last week's win for me was huge. I had Iowa State beating Iowa. Which
I know, and I was sitting real pretty early on. I'm like, this is going to be an easy win.
Oh, yeah. I texted a couple of Iowa friends of mine. I was like, slam dunk.
Crazy second half for Iowa State.
So, no joke. You have inspired me to do this to do our bit with my brothers and my brother-in-law on the NFL side. Because I don't know if I've even said it on this actual show. I was talking about it with PA last week. So I got out of fantasy football. I'm done. I'm out.
Done.
Same.
It's over, Johnny.
It's over. I'm tired of it. I don't like it.
Time commitment, or what's the main reason you're out? Just too much.
A little bit of time commitment, and I've never enjoyed cheering for. I've never enjoyed cheering for individual players that maybe juxtapose against somebody else or another.
Totally.
So for instance, you guys have all been through this before. Like, my son's in a league right now, and so I'm kind of helping him, and he's like, he had a starting quarterback, but he was playing against the defense of the other team. And I'm like, I know, but this is the thing that you got to pay attention to. You should probably swap out your defense that week because you don't want them to take from each other. So that idea, I would much rather bet on a team in either the over, the under, whatever. The traditional style of betting and having the juice versus fantasy football. That's just my deal. Yeah, and I never truly really embraced it, and it doesn't I don't love it. So anyway, the point is I got out of it, and so I'm like, well, I still want to have something on these NFL games, and so we do our bit with my brothers, and we do a round robin every week.
Cool.
So I was paying attention.
Are you losing that bet too?
My brother Aaron and I we pushed last week. We had the Seattle game.
Ooh,
Seattle-Denver game. It was 6 points. I took Seattle, and they won exactly by 6.
Yeah, Denver looked great early in that game, though.
So anyway, I've been paying a little bit more attention to the matchup. So I was sending you some information earlier this week.
Well, this week is a funny week in college football because it's kind of the last of the major weeks of non-conference football. And but what you get this week is you get a lot of these. If you think of all the transitions at the Power 5 conferences, schools like Washington and Washington State that used to be a battle for a conference game. Well, now they get their chance, and great for those fan bases. They decided, let's make this kind of the pinnacle non-conference game that we're going to have every year. So this week you have Washington State, you have Oregon State, and then a couple of games that we've always seen. You have Colorado State, like that. So it's a unique week in college football because those matchups that we thought might go away with all the changes in college football, they actually decided to keep the traditions alive for their fan bases and for their players and alumni. And so you'll see a couple of those. But that's not the game that we picked. So there's a big game to the east of us this week.
Ooh.
So I wanted to actually go. I love Bill O'Brien in Boston College.
Oh God, they're good.
Up and coming.
Oh yeah. Well,
so they go to Missouri, but they're plus 16 as the number 24 team in the country.
I wasn't going to take that.
So Ben threw out some chum. I threw out some different chum. But we went back to
hello chum.
Make sure you get the H in there. Yeah.
I need a
prove it.
I need a current point spread because Alabama travels to Wisconsin. And I believe in meat sauce, I believe it's Wisconsin at home plus 16.
You are.
Or is it 15.5?
It's on ESPN, it's 16.
Okay, so we're going to go 16. So Ben likes the home team, Wisconsin,
Benny.
With, and I think of it this way. When you're an SEC
That's free money.
When you're DraftKings is the same, by the way. Wisconsin plus 16.
When you're an SEC team, in the way that they have their game lineups, It is like, when's the last time you've turned on an Alabama SEC game at 11 o'clock, right? They're the 2:30 CBS. They're the
100%.
They're the 6:30. They're prime time.
Yep.
So the one thing I think in Wisconsin's favor is you got Bama playing super early.
Oh, the wake up, the travel.
Yeah.
A lot of moving parts.
Yeah. You're also going to have Camp Randall. They inked this deal 5 years ago when Wisconsin was really relevant in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Things have changed since then, right? But you forget, like 5 years ago, those athletic directors inked this really big non-conference matchup. But then when you double click and you go inside the teams, you got a Miami quarterback with 34 starts. He transfers to Wisconsin. Taylor Van Dyke, he's kind of been inconsistent the first couple of weeks. You know, you think of the struggles a week ago. Well, Alabama struggles with South Florida. Wisconsin struggles with South Dakota.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, different caliber of opponents there. So I think
Meaning USD was better than South Florida is what you're saying.
Well, South Florida, they struggled early, and then Alabama in the fourth quarter puts up 28 points.
They struggled against Western Michigan bad.
They
first
did.
game of the year.
Yeah.
Rosie.
But what we're going to go this week, Ben is taking Alabama, or I'm taking Alabama, minus 16 on the road at Camp Randall.
Let's go Badgers!
Why would you do that?
Oh,
yeah, I would.
Because the other options I didn't like.
I'd take Bama as well.
It's a weird week, though. I would say of the entertaining games, and this is the game I think that nationally people are talking about because, again, the coaching changes at Bama and Luke Fickell year 2 at Wisconsin.
No, Bama for the first time is probably traveling their scout team because they're going to go in by the end of this game. They're going to blow them out by 35 points. It's going to be 48-10.
I'm real tempted to bet you as well.
Really? Yep. I've never been at more of a lock in my life than this game.
Man,
you won 25 as well?
25. Yeah.
How many?
Yeah,
this is $25.
Yeah. No. But how many points do I
16.
get? Oh, I thought you were given the 35. Okay.
Wait, I'm not betting you too, am I?
No, I was talking to Tom.
Bono?
Brilliant.
What about Gophers, Nevada? The Gophers are 17.5-point favorites as they host Nevada Saturday, 2:30 right here on the Fan.
We briefly last week, right? Minnesota gets everything right against a Rhode Island club that, again, FCS coming up to play FBS, but more about what Minnesota did. We finally got our passing game, on track, and as Tommy said earlier in the show, I think one of the things that has to be different right now with Gopher football is the pass actually sets up the run, and some of that's what you can get with Max Brosmer, and he showed us in week 2 kind of why he transferred here and why we were so excited about his potential. He showed that 24 of 30, 2 touchdowns. Really should have been 27 out of 30 as 3 drop passes in that game. But again, a great game for Max Brosmer. Offensive line is having lots of struggles. Obviously, Tommy can help us help fill that in there. But Quinn Carroll starts the season at right tackle. That's where they were just at right guard. They were dying over the last 2 years to get him from right tackle into right guard. But the right tackle position struggles. So last week he opens up, he goes back to right tackle. But again, they can't find the right gelling in the mix of players in the offense line. So they struggle running the football and still, a little bit of struggle is in getting pass protection. So I think the big thing that needs to happen this week is you need to continue to show improvement with that offensive line. But I think Max showed us a lot last week that the capabilities that he has through the air but at the same time, and PJ said it this week, Nevada over the last 2 years, I think is 4-20. So they go and fire their coaching staff a year ago. They bring in a new staff, but this over the first 3 weeks, I know the record doesn't show it, but probably one of the more improved teams in Division 1A football. So this week, and I said this to you guys when we opened up the season, mainly to favor Gopher football, this type of week screams trap game.
Mm-hmm.
Massive.
Always does.
Because we have Iowa next week.
And they have all these old transfer guys coming in. They're a very old team.
Tons of transfer
kids.
And
they run a triple option. So they can hold the ball for a long time. But they might win time of possession, which is our recipe. That's why it's scary. I think exactly right. You got Iowa, Michigan, USC coming.
Yeah.
And you're just like Nevada. And here's
what happens later this morning. The Mountain West Conference is going to take a giant dump on Nevada.
Okay.
Because
Don't say it.
Because the top 5 teams in the Mountain West later this morning are announcing that they're joining the Pac-12.
Oh, wow.
So if you needed to give Nevada any more inspiration to just kind of bring a little bit of fight to Huntington Bank Stadium, you got the transfer kids that want to prove they can play. You have a new coaching staff that wants a chance to show that they belong. And now there's a bigger chip on their shoulder because their conference just said, you're not good enough to come with us. All the big boys, you can stay back and try to keep forming this Mountain West Conference.
And there's some dogs already. They had 5 personal fouls last week, and that's why they lost pretty much to Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm scared that they're old and they're older guys that all have played in a lot of football games. So I don't think they're going to be intimidated at all coming to a Big Ten school. It does feel like a trap game, but what I like, what Max did with the passing game, right? How they're setting it up. And I like that PJ even said it out loud. As a fan, I think it's so exciting. And the O-line struggles, you touched on it. And I was just like, I think it's hard when you don't have an established group of 5 to be able to dominate a run game because you're not 5. As an offensive line, you play as 5 as 1.
Yeah.
Right? We don't have to dive into the weeds, but that's really what it is, and it's
a
hard.
nickel, not in 5 pennies.
When you're rotating guys in, it's hard to know because each guy plays a little different. It's harder to pass guys off. It's just a little different communication.
You're not good at doing that anyway.
But then a guy like Quinn who came back to play right guard, but now he's playing right tackle. But you got a guy like Austin Beers coming in at right guard. They're all older guys. That's what really helps. And then we got to remember Greg Johnson. He's a great player. He'll play in the NFL one day. But he still is a sophomore. The game's still moving fast. He didn't start all year last year. He played. He started. But this is his
and
first.
Now he's at center.
This is his first real year, and that's a huge transition. Calling out the whole defense. He has a lot on his plate. It does help having those older guys up there. But you guys they're going to continue to get better, and we need a game like Saturday to continue to get better because when we play Iowa, they always have one of the best front sevens.
I know we don't believe in momentum here, but again, goldfish memory. But this week scares me. I would never, and I never have bet on Gopher football. But this would be a week that I would be very reluctant to bet on.
Since you were a player anyway.
Exactly. Very reluctant to take anything here because again, I think this is a bit of a trap game. Now you'll get enough done to get the victory, but this is a game that does set up some momentum, right? You got to continue to build confidence with that offense, mainly that offense line, and then defensively go against a triple option, which you never see, right?
Yeah, and you can't not replicate the speed at scout. No. It's not your offense.
Exactly.
Ben, real quick, can I ask you a question? If I don't ask you now, I'm going to forget about this.
All right.
What was the bigger shock, speed-wise, high school to college or college to NFL?
College to NFL.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's common sense, but...
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, because the reason I hesitate is because these guys just said something about triple option.
Right.
Well, in high school, I'd never ran against triple. I'd never defended against triple option. And then I get to K-State, and then we have to prepare for Nebraska. And it's like, and to Tommy's point, you can't, our scout team guys couldn't run their offense the way that this high-powered Nebraska, team could run their offense. So it's like, that was a huge jump. Like, I'm thinking about the speed at which, like, those linemen would pull and fold and trap and whatever. And then you got the linemen that are the fullbacks that just want to rip your head off. Like, that speed was really hard to replicate. That was a hard transition.
Do you think your answer would be different if it was South Dakota to the SEC?
No.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I watched the NFL last week, and I'm blown away by the speed. I mean, it's incredible. Last week,
Watch Aaron Jones run.
It was like the second most field goals kicked in a weekend in NFL history.
Ever, yeah.
Because you can't move the ball on offense because you can't get the ball to the edge because there's the speed on the edge is absolutely crazy. And in the secondary, I can't believe how the NFL defense
Benny, would you ever
so strong.
Would you ever say strength is the bigger jump from high school to college because you can't just physically really dominate then speed is NFL?
I would say that's probably a good point, Tom. I would say that like the strength of just being an 17, 18-year-old
dominating kid in high school,
freshman in high school or freshman in college, like. There's a big difference between your body's size and strength at that age versus a 21, 22-year-old.
Grown man, yeah.
Yeah, that's like real grown man strength.
Were you more
I mean, I
nervous
couldn't even
game
bench.
one?
I could barely bench 300 pounds when
Right.
I got to college. You know,
Weakling.
Yeah.
well, no, like that,
No, I hear you, though. Yeah.
but no, I know that sounds ridiculous, but like my linebacker coach told me that he's like, I don't recruit any linebackers out of high school if you can't at least bench 300 pounds.
Wow. Yeah.
Were you more nervous for your first college game or pro game?
Probably pro game. Yeah, because my pro.
Did you play as a true freshman? Start?
No, that's the thing. I redshirted my freshman year, and so you get a full year to acclimate yourself to everything, right?
Sure.
The game day experience to everything. But my rookie year, I started immediately. I was on the first team defense within 3 days of training camp.
Really?
So it's like,
damn.
You know that that first game was that first preseason.
You started game one your rookie year.
Yeah,
man, that is some pressure. You gotta ball out. That's scary.
I know.
I was crazy.
You look back at the coach. You're like, you sure?
I wonder if you go back to last weekend, how many starters last week were rookies? 5% of the starters.
Third.
Oh,
that's impressive,
that makes
dude.
Sense.
Yeah,
you were an All-American, weren't you?
Yeah,
that's so nasty.
Third.
I know you forget because you're such a big
team.
Yeah.
I told people I was all
and
Big
he's
Ten.
really let himself go.
Yeah, you look at me like that guy's just a doofus, and then you find out he was
just a dog. Great All-American.
Well, the thing is, like, all that is true. Yeah, I'm a doofus. I'm an idiot. Yes.
It's fun.
But in another life, I did play football.
Right? You know, it's weird. I just had this. I was on the field with Don from Fox 9 the other day, and we were standing. It was me and her, and you were standing there talking to Bursich.
Yeah,
and we were talking specifically about you, and we were, and to that point, and I brought this up on the show before. But it's like we're buddies, and we hang out, and I like you, and I think we're friends, and. I forget that, like, until somebody like Troy Aikman walks up and starts talking to you and you guys know each other. I'm like, Troy Aikman knows Ben.
Yeah, that's
like,
so cool.
He's a real star.
So cool. But you know what I mean?
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty neat.
I think we've done something like this before, but let's just do it for fun anyway. Ben, your first game as a Charger was against who?
I believe it was at Cincinnati.
That is correct. What was the score?
I don't know. I just know I had my first sack in that game.
You had a sack your first start?
Do you remember how many tackles you had?
Probably like 4.
1 tackle, 1 sack.
Oh, there
Come on, you're better
You
than
did
that.
have a sack, though. Hey, Junior Seau, that game, 1 tackle, no sack. So take that, Junior Seau. You guys beat Gus Farrat.
We did, yeah.
And the San Diego Chargers beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Take a guess.
28-24.
Oh, way worse. You guys destroyed them 34-6.
Wow.
Look at that defensive performance.
Probably didn't even finish that game.
What was Flutie's stats?
Oh, it's Flutie, okay.
Drew Brees. This is Drew Brees. 15 of 19 for 160 and a couple of touchdowns.
Wow.
But Danian Tomlinson ran for 114 and a score. Also had 45 yards receiving.
That son of a... Jeez.
Yeah. So who did you have on defense here? Marcellus Wiley, Donnie Edwards, Ben Lieber, Junior Seau, Rodney Harrison.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, you guys had a team.
We had a defense.
Benny, did you wear a
defense.
cowboy collar your rookie year?
No, it's the first. I think it's the first time in my career
vulnerable?
I didn't wear some sort of neck roll.
Did you feel it?
Oh yeah,
That's scary because you didn't want to hit as hard because you always.
Well, you felt so free, like at K-State. So like all the linemen had to wear knee braces at K-State, and all the linebackers had to wear neck rolls.
And you had that was the big shoulder pad.
Oh yeah, you had like the Ninja Turtle look.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the Georgia Tech guy brought it back?
Yeah.
Did you see him? Yeah.
He looked like a stud.
He looked like he played for Penn State in 1987. I know. I love it.
All right, more of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.